Alright, welcome back. So, we are doing something. Check the latest reports. As you wish is what he said, because I just loaded. Alright, let's see. Report from the engine seers. Request for cargo transfer. Oh, okay, we already read that, so we don't have to... I pressed J for the log. No, I didn't. Here it is. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? If Jakvard, we did that. The officer's deck is under attack by an unknown enemy, so Arch-Militant Mort has left to clear the way to the lift leading to the upper decks. The officer has not yet returned, so it's time to find out the cause of the delay. Okay. That is what we're doing. No indication of where to go.
To the top,
but
or get left in the dust.
I assume it is this way. Is it? No, it is not this way. So, where do you want me to go? Am I being stupid? Well, confusion. I don't know where to go. I'm going back, I guess. There was something that said boom. Ah, here's even more going on. More shooting. Well, I guess this is the way then. Keep firing your oats, no cowering and no hiding. You see the traitor, you kill the traitor, sure. The heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single shotgun lies smoking in his hand. I should have wanted one of those shotgun
Let us not door
dealies.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny, but who would attempt a mutiny here in the warp? A mutiny against the Emperor's anointed. No. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps then we might stop this wave from spreading. If this is indeed a severe case of warp madness, then the situation is dire. Well, let's go for the first one.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
Okay, in whatever state, what does that mean? I hear and obey, Lord. No, suck up. I am not. I shall do everything in my power that is the same. I cannot promise that I won't lose our dearest heirs somewhere along the way. Okay, let's go with the first one again.
We are in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Geller field and the infiltration of malevolent forces onto the decks. Psychers can react to such things in the most unpredictable ways.
Enough! Master of Whispers, you must not allow my heir to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Edelthrad back to me.
I shall do everything in my... It's a little bit... I don't like either of these two, and I don't like this one either, but I guess this one is the best one for what I'm trying to achieve. I want to be a little bit more subtle with what I think and what I... let's do number 2 then, I guess. I shall do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
There's just no pleasing this woman.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do, lead the way. I have a proposition. Since I'm the more important person here, you can go in the front to shield me from potential threats. That's pretty funny. You had better not fail me. The Lord Captain made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk. Nah, I shall make do, lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle and you are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Ah, you son of a bitch. I promised you a special destiny, Jakvard. It is time to fulfill it. Well, that is just not nice. It ain't.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
The Warrant Chamber. Warrant of Trade, the sacred relic of document that affirms the preeminent rights of a rogue trader throughout the galaxy. Alright, so the Warrant Chamber, that's where the Warrant of Trade is being held. Fair enough. What is the meaning of this? I don't know. Voidveer, you two-faced scum, you're the one behind this mayhem. Let's go with the first one.
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I will. Why are you doing this? What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? No, that one. That's a good one. I have no intention of helping you. I will help you as long as you spare my life. Will you let me join you? We can take the one. No. What is it, inbred?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
My master sent me for. I wonder who that might be. I have no intention of helping you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
To the void with you. The blade flashes in a dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. That's just it. I will do as you require, but I will find a way to make you pay for this, you filth.
I doubt it, my dear. But that's enough talk. Fulfill your destiny.
I guess there's two different... like, I doubt it, my dear Jakvard, is very different from I doubt it, my dear. Feels there something is missing there, maybe. That's a skill test as usual. Successful failure. Okay, so this is different. One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill test, unlike with passive tests which are made automatically. In this case you can decide whether or not to select an option, the consequences of which will depend on the result of the associated test. Okay, cool. In the gateway arch you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Servitor. mindless cybernetic drones created from a fusion of human flesh and robotic technology used to carry out simple manual tasks. Tasks. Let's do tech use then, it's 100%, so... Sure. Examine the device. Tech use test succeeded. I gained 5 experience. Cool. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is a strange alloy that was used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Archaeotech, an incredible, rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. Okay, cool. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp, metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Void Via wounded you with this blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Whisper. Decision consequences. You were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading your mind. Well, hello. Examine the sentinel. Yes. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges in place of the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. Place your hand into the Sentinel's maw. The Sentinel's jaw clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaw remains closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? The cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Haha, suck on it, Void whatever.
There is still another way!
Yes. The Warrant Chamber has opened its door for the Dynasty heir. It is time to make sure the sacred warrant of trade is safe. Yes. That is some really good security systems though. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable. And here is that is a big scroll though. That is most certainly a biggin. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow to the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns through pain. Damn it, it's too fast.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Escort the child of the house to safety. I mean, I guess that would be me. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Ah, okay. Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Okay, I need a weapon. I'm utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
The server skull goes silent. It relays flickering. No, its relays clicking. Second after second passes and you realize that the server skull will not answer you. Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay. As the game story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking... Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The quest tabs tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information about any quest you have accepted and the current status. You use the journal to help yourself understand where to go on the next steps of your adventure. The rumors and contract sections also contain important information. You will learn more about them later. Alright. So,
Is there money to be made?
alright, so we should probably... What do we have here? Old injury. An injury that wasn't healed in time. It can be healed with a medikit, but it requires passing a medicate skill test to succeed. Too many injuries reduce the character's resolve and causes traumas. Okay. Seal. Yes, seal the chamber.
Run, fools, or fall!
There you go.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne, preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Throne, Golden Throne of Terra, an arcane cybernetic artifact that encases the God Emperor's physical remains entire and preserves them using stasis fields and psi fusion reactors. Yeah, he's all kind of messed up, isn't he? Seneschal Abelard Varsarian has lost some of its former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of the sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Nonetheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. Voitvir, that was his name. Kunrad Voitvir is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. How did you find me? Are you with that traitor Voitvir?
Master, with all due respect, what nonsense are you saying? Kunrad? A traitor?
Voitvir openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny, unquestionably. So it would seem, but he is not here and we have a mutiny to end. For a mere seneschal, you're asking too many questions. No. Voitvir openly admitted.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Good. I pressed end dialogue a little bit too quickly, maybe. While fighting, your character can lose some of the wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. And this happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you chose. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. Yes. Yes, very good. When a character initially suffers an injury, it's considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medikit without passing any skill test. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but they require the character administering the treatment to pass a Medicaid skill test to succeed. Okay. Yep. Once the combat is over, the wounds of all problems are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remained. Okay, cool. Can be used by character. A field medic feature, basically medicate, or have a taken skill advancement. Okay. Okay, you got new items. All items added to your inventory. You can open it by pressing I. To equip new weapons and armor, yes, you can switch party members using the clickety-clackers over here. Well, we have a pistol. We have something. Medicaid, and we have a sword. Oh yes. Oh yes, indeed. Now that is a handsome man. And you have that is there. Why can't I use it? Because I have not Medicaid advancement, field medic, or basic skill Medicaid. So there is no point in me. I can just... Can't I... Ah, no, this is the same. Okay, good. So now he has 2. And I could go here. Further. And we can click on that and on him.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
What exactly has gone wrong with the translation?
I am no helmsman, or God Emperor preserve me, Navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the Navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
That's good. Just keep looking on the positive side. How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Vox cast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
No, probably not. I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent that message. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Yeah, that is weird. Tech priests, the rulers of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They revere technology as the object of their devotion. They direct the endeavors of fabrication and lead the followers of the machine god in unforgiving crusades of ruthless acquisitions. What can we expect to find in the Navigator's Sanctum?
During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
Sounds like a good time for all. Abelard does not bat an eye as he lists all the horrors that you are about to face. Well, I heard one of Theodora's box casts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
Alright. I ain't no coward. The Navigator's Sanctum, very well. Will you lead the way? I mean, I am under... This is a stupid person's response, because what else am I gonna do? I'm stuck on this ship. What I'm gonna do, just wait until it gets lost in the warp? Like he just said. If it gets lost in the warp, then we will die anyway. So... What's the alternative here? So, no, not that one. The Navigator's Sanctum. Very well, will you lead the way? For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way. No, that is way too gung-ho for me. The Navigator's Sanctum.
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
Well, she is rallying the troops.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Yes.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Alright. Combat begins with the tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may try to take up advantageous positions. Oh yeah. So I can start by moving, like, wherever, which is good. And I guess you, Abelard, you can't stand in those. Well, I guess Let's just put you there. You're somewhat of a tank. Yeah? And you are somewhat of a coward, so hey, you will be there. And what do we have? We'll start with that one and then it's me. Yeah, let's go for that. That's the worst thing. That was not... No, because he was first. Or her. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be. Well, good dodging. Yeah, it depends on the archetype. Available abilities are located. Click on the... Yeah. That is. And you can hurt people by doing stupid stuff. But what do we have here? We have Pistol Burst. Which does what? First creature for every shot within a 12 cell cone. Ah! So I can... Yes. I like that. I like that a lot because I have this. Or even better, I have this. Do not suffer. So I will go actually like right. Let's go there first. And then we will... Because now I can use this like right there and get those 3, I guess. Or I can even get... Well, it looks like I'll get all of them, yeah. So, but let's start with doing this one, Regimental Tactics. Yes, that is very good. And then just fire, like, I don't know, there. How many? Shot count 2. Okay, so I killed 2. Alright, cool. So those, that works. That works. And this one does push themselves. No, we can leave that for now. Let's just go like that.
Brace yourself, Abelard. Death to the weak.
Don't hit me. Ah, parry. Good job. Good job. Your new companion is a warrior. Abelard specializes in melee combat and drawing the enemy's attack. Charge is a unique warrior ability that works only when they are using a melee weapon and is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close the distance between you and the enemy and deal damage. Note that charge can only be used if the character is 2 or more cells away from the card. The character uses a melee weapon. Melee attacks require the character to be adjacent. Yeah. Just click and the strike. Melee weapons can be used to make area attacks. All creatures in the area will suffer. Yes, they will suffer, won't they? And this is area of effects, and this one is 1 creature. And then we have also brace for impact. To each ally, including themselves in a 5-cell radius. Which lasts for 1 round. Grants the braced effect to each ally, including themselves. And the braced effect is gains +2 to deflection for each archetype chosen by the Navy officer. Okay, so that one costs nothing. So
I will do my duty.
Let's do that then. And then after that, you don't have to move anywhere. I'm thinking just swing like so. And then everyone who goes for him. And then he could charge into this one. Target is too close. Sure. And he parried that. Okay, so they have attacks of opportunity when you do something silly like that. Okay, good to know, good to know. And I also have attacks of opportunity, which is very good. Yeah, there we go. They're even called attacks of opportunity. Okay, cool. So, let's... are we shooting at him? No, we are not. We are just simply... parry. God damn it, you worthless. Your character has just missed. To increase hit chance, equip a character with a decent weapon and place them on a vantage point. Yeah, I'm not. I have like nothing. I should have thought about that because I have like nothing. Well, I have a better ballistic skill, so it probably would have been better to shoot, since my melee skill is piss poor. Well, you live, you learn. That was a dull sword. At least a parry is good. I might not be able to use my... Should I just charge this? No, I shouldn't. I should actually just
It will be done.
do that. And then we can charge.
At your beck and call.
Parry? Well, that is just rude. And now I will actually shoot, because I have a pistol which can be used in movement and attack. The order in which action are taken in combat matters. Your character can only move around the battlefield before they take an action, attack action. Once a character attacks, they lose their remaining movement points, unable to move until the start of the next turn. There is a way around this, however, if, for example, the character has some way of gaining movement points after attacking. Okay. So let's shoot this guy.
On it.
Executed. You can advance the level of your characters and companions, prevailing in battles, exploring the Coronas? The Coronas expanse, and completing quests as your experience points once you have accumulated. Yes. And that is enough for us all. So let's... okay, I have... So I can only choose this one? Ah, this is the level ups. So it goes around like this, I guess. So. Or? Yeah, it's this. Choose a skill. Or how is this... Ah, I choose here, of course. So what happens? I get up to plus 10. I just read the thing. I have 50, so that would be in 65 in persuasion. I have 65. Feat of greatness. Okay, so I have 55 because of my feat of greatness. That increases my persuasion. Carouse is what? I only have 30 there. Coercion though is 65. Kind of feel like doing coercion because I think that is the fun part. Let's go for coercion. Why not? Yes. That was the level up. Okay, cool. And what did you have? You have... Athletics is that you had... Ah, and I can see the other one, so I see which one has which. Very good. And... traverse difficult terrain. We have carouse, I guess. He has 55, that would increase that a lot. And coercion, no point in doing that. And not demolition. Medicae might be something, but let's go with carouse. So he's a little bit more withstandy. Very good. That is the perfect way of handling all of this. So, is there anything? I have no further need for the... You can discover the left click. Okay, trophies on the right side go to your inventory item, can be used to equip the carry. Trophies on the left are packed up as cargo and sent to your ship. Okay, so I can send to ship, or I can just... you can move trophies from one side of the to the other by dragging them. Alternatively, you can use the buttons on the whatevers. Okay, so this is the entire... So, if we see here, is this sword... It is the same. So no difference. And the gun is... Stub revolver is better than the last pistol. So we have no use for any of this. So let's just send it all to cargo. And collect all. Was packed as cargo. Good. So I can sell that later. And now there is nothing else for me to pick up here. Very good. Alright, let's skedaddle. Zone map. Here is a map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to access them. Okay. And we are going to the Navigator's Sanctum, I suppose, because we are here, but there is no direct indicator that we are there for now. But we are going there, to the Navigator's Sanctum.
I hear it. Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abela, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. And that is just that I have been, yep. A diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
You flinch at the seer's words. No doubt she is referring to the nightmares the torturers inflicted upon your body and mind. Your muscles contract involuntarily as if steeling themselves once more for the inevitable pain. You lived through torture sometime in your distant past. What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the Navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the Engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog. and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We must see if the Navigator is well. Didn't you just say that he is dead? Can I... Master Cog. The engine... Ah, the Engineer Prime is dead, not the Navigator. Okay, we must see if the Navigator is well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a Navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yes. Idira has joined your party, which now consists of several characters. To select one character, click la 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 la. Yes, I know that. What does this say? A fallen piece of debris that almost proved fatal to you. Without Idira's prediction, you would have remained in this corridor forever. Alright, so we got everyone. And, is this something? Most definitely is. Was there something over here? No, nothing. Okay, so that was correct.
I always keep my options open.
Alright.
Fools, all fall!
Ah, okay. So we have her first. Well, you can stand like right there, I guess. And then we have you. You can go there, and my guy could go. No, actually, let's go with you there and you there. I think that it makes the most sense. You will go first. Okay, well, let's put you there then. Idira is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her psychic abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Analyze enemies is an operative ability which applies the exploit effect on all enemies within the operative's line of sight at the start of each of the operative's turn. The operative can also use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of this effect. The higher the operative's intelligence bonus, the more okay, good. Good to know. Idira is armed with a special staff that allows Psyker to unleash psychic powers against the enemies. In the future, you will encounter staves that only a Psyker versed in certain discipline can use. For example, you might find that a staff that lets a Psyker use Inferno, but to do so, they must first have the Pyromancy psychic discipline learned. Okay. So let's start by analyzing everything. Or can I just...
No can do. That is not my
wasn't
destiny.
it everyone in... target. Well, let's go with that one.
else?
Okay, cool. And then we had forewarning. The Psyker increases the target's dodge and parry by 10 until the end of combat. That is a lot of damage to one of them. But let's actually go with increasing
On it.
that. There we go. And now we can actually do this as well. I guess you would go here first. just to be a little bit safe-ish. Let's do that.
Farewell.
There we go. I think that was a pretty decent turn. I have no idea though. So what is next? The Psyker is next, and then it's us. Okay.
Here we go.
You decided to
Pain
run.
and duty go hand in hand.
Okay, you can use the hologram to gauge the effectiveness of intended actions before taking them. Click on left mouse button and on any accessible cell to place the character's hologram. Select an ability or single shot attack to see the expected outcome. The action will be displayed as if used from the hologram's location to assess whether you appear in effective position. The hologram also lets you see for certain... Okay, so I can see what I'm supposed... So if I press that one and then... and then I can see from there. Alright, well that is a good feature. I like that. I think that is pretty good. Do I care for any of this? I will probably do... Because I think that regimental tactics doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Since most of them... It would be if I put it on that one first. Or if I shot on that one, which I won't do, because I will actually do that.
Not me.
Because I think that just makes the most sense. The brawler, the sharpshooter. Let's get rid of this one.
Another enemy down.
Like so. And yeah, I think we would be happy with that. And then let's charge. Can I charge? No, that is way too far away. I guess we can walk there. Hit once.
Victory is I took care of this one.
And then charge into this one.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
It's too far. It's too close. That was a shame. What was the range that I needed to have 2 free cells? 1. And that is just 1 free cell. Alright, cool. So I put myself in a bit of a stupid spot there. But you know, you live and you learn. Oh, that was just god awful. So that's okay. Analyze this one, but it is not in line of sight. If I go there, can I then?
I know what is to come.
So you will do that then? Yes, very good. And let's go until the end of combat. That is fine. And I guess you can just do that as well. And then you will go there. And then, can you do the shriek on that one? Yes, you can. Very good. I think that was pretty good. Alright, so what did you do? Misfortune. And misfortune does what? -20 penalty to dodge. Okay, good. So that's how easy that is to see. Is there like a combat log? Uses misfortune on a deer. Okay, so you can see that there. That is very good. Very good indeed. So let's go
I'm
here.
ready for whatever comes.
I should have checked now if I can shoot from there, but I think I can.
I'll
Yes.
make it happen.
That's a good one. I should have used my regimental tactics though before, but I did in fact not. But I guess I can. I'll use it anyway. Then you will. So there's 1, 2. So you can go like here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
And then charge.
I will do my duty.
Yeah, he parried, which is fine. Then we'll do a normal strike.
At your beck and call.
Good.
It will
And
be
then
done.
brace for impact. Guess he will do something. What's this one say? No, I just want to read the thing. Okay, never mind. And now it's you. You will get the opportunity to just kill
On
the
it.
guy.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Vespiatus, or Vespiatus, or whatever he's called. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. The two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the center of his forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives.
Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Give Abelard a pointed look.
Master Vespidus.
Your time is short.
The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Vox, a piece of technology used to communicate over short distances or to record sound. Our time is short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Suddenly the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. Impetuses? The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slit bursts open, forming two hideous, screaming mouth-like pits. This is a little bit... I don't really like how this is like that it talks first and then you should be able to like click for say the line so that you can read it first, because it gets a little bit wonky to read this after he has spoken. Doesn't set the mood properly, you know?
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Idira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Who torments you?
The Edge. Kneel before for the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Each word rings through your head like the tolling of a bell, as if countless voices have joined in, screaming into your ears. For a moment you lose your bearings. This unholy chorus must be trying to confound you with sounds not meant for this world. What is this? What is that supposed to mean?
A rite. A sacrifice offered. Oh, my heart tells me that Kunrad was not deterred by his defeat in the warrant chamber.
What? Kunrad betrayed Lady Theodora? Oh, but how is that? How? He was as loyal as a dog. And I didn't hear a thing, I swear.
The footfalls of the bringer of twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes. She who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer.
Well, let's just address Abelard. The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Alright, so very good. He is pretty much done for, that guy. Let's see what it says. The navigator appears dead. Only the slight movement of his chest and the twitching of his eyelids let you know that he is still clinging to life. And with that, I am gonna end this episode right here. Well, things are picking up. The combat seems rather fun, like a little bit of a mixture of normal CRPG and XCOM. And I like XCOM a lot. And so this might actually have some potential. But in either case, as I said, I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye bye.